So now we want to look at Venn diagrams and how they can help us solve probability questions here. So remember, with Venn diagrams we can picture the union and the intersection of sets here. So U is our universal set, usually represented by a box here. And then inside that we'll represent events A and B with circles. So here is U, this is A and B. And remember that the overlap here in the middle is A intersect B. So that right there is A intersect B. So A and B. And then we can do the same thing with the union. So remember, the union unites the two sets, it keeps everything. So the intersection is the overlap, and then the union keeps everything. So here's the set A. Let me do two different colors of shading here. So A will be our blue. And then B will be red. Okay, and then A intersect B is the stuff that's shaded twice in the middle. That's that football, the overlap. But then A union B is anything that has any shading. So we've got A or B, that is A union B, is anything that's got any shading on it. So that is A union B. So with that in mind, we can use, if we know some of the pieces, we can sometimes use Venn diagram to help us find all of the pieces. And in fact, that's what we'll do here in example 4. So get our Venn diagram going here. And we are given here that 70% of factory workers belong to a union. And then 80% of the factory workers make more than $20 an hour. And 60% belong to a union and make more than 20. So there's two events here. They belong to a union. Let's call that U. So they're in the union. Make more than $20 an hour. Let's call that event M. So that's more than $20 an hour. So we're given 70% belong to the union. So that's telling us probability of U is equal to 0.7. So let's let this left circle be U and the right circle be M. So the 0.7 is this, which has got two pieces, but the 0.7 takes up both of those pieces. And then there's 80% that make more than $20 an hour. So that's saying probability of M is 0.80, 80%. And then 60% are both union and more than $20 an hour. So probability of U and M is 0.6. So the 80% is the whole circle for M, those two pieces, and U and M, the overlap is in the middle here. That's this right here. So that's 0.6, 60%. So now we can kind of work from the inside out. So if U represents 70%, this is 60%, this whole circle is 70%, this has got to be 0.1. Okay, that was 0.7 minus 0.6. And then M, that's 80%. We've got 60% in here. That leaves 20% out here. And again, that was 0.8 minus 0.6. And so that's 60, 70, 80, 90%. That means outside the two circles is 10%. So we want to know what percentage do not belong to the union and do not make more than 20. So they're not in the circle for U, but they're also not in the circle for M. So they're outside of both of these circles. So they're the outside out here. Oh, that's the 10%. So the probability of U prime, not U, and M prime, not more than $20 an hour, that's 0.10. So that'd be pretty hard to sort out without your Venn diagram.